Hey, what's up, everybody? Josh here. Welcome to the R-Rated Show, and welcome to my review of Knives Out by Rian Johnson, written and directed by Rian Johnson, I should say. Came out last year, and I know what you're thinking. Oh God, Rian Johnson. Rian Johnson's got a stink on his name. I know all you Star Wars fans out there, all you fandom menace guys out there. I get it. I get it. Rian Johnson. He didn't make a good Star Wars movie. I get you, but let's be fair, okay? Let's be fair here because Rian Johnson was a director before Star Wars, okay? And he's still a director after Star Wars. And I think Rian Johnson is a good director. I think that he miscalculated Star Wars fans, and he made a movie. This movie, Knives Out, is definitely more along. It's more in tune in terms of genre to the kind of director that Rian Johnson is and the kind of stories he likes to tell. I mean, in his own words, he said he thinks of movies as sort of a card trick with misdirection. And, you're thinking something's going on over here, but it's, something really what's going on is over here. And then, at the end, it's a trick. And then at the end, you sort of everything is revealed and there's an aha moment. And, it's emotional misdirection. And, you could see he tried to do it with The Last Jedi, and it didn't resonate with Star Wars fans. It was too weird. So I understand that. But you have to if you're going to criticize movies, you have to give movies a fair chance. And I kind of had a sense from looking at the trailers, this might be a really good movie. Because I tend to like these types of movies, these sort of whodunits, mysteries. And it looked really sharp. I heard some negative stuff online about the movie regarding its political left-leaning tendencies, where there's some Trump bashing and stuff. And I think the mainstream media sort of took that angle, and I think they exploited it. It has some of that in there. I'm not going to lie. It literally does have some shots at Trump and Republicans and rich families and whatnot. But they're so ham-fisted and they're so few and far between. They're just a couple of lines of dialogue here and there throughout the movie. It's sort of tacked on as an afterthought. It doesn't really bother me that much, And I'm not even really a far left-leaning guy, and that this constant political ranting going on in the world really annoys the shit out of me. But it's really not that persistent in the movie. So it doesn't really when it comes up, it just kind of comes in and out pretty quick in the dialogue, and then it moves on. The movie doesn't linger on it, and it's not a movie constructed around the concepts of politics. It's a story specifically about something, which is a rich guy with a large family who lives in a mansion, dies under suspicious circumstances, and the police come in to investigate to find out if there's any foul play afoot, and they've enlisted the help of a suave detective played by Daniel Craig, and his job is just merely to be a consultant to the police. But as things unravel with the story, and the police sort of are out of their elements, they're just in over their head, Daniel Craig becomes a big part of the story. But the first part of the movie, it's interesting because the first part of the movie is just getting to know the characters and Daniel Craig sort of feeling them out and finding out motives and, untangling the web of the story, so to speak. Second part of the movie is more of the action. And so, as you're going along, you find out some of the more background characters it's going through a list of suspects. It's a whodunit movie, but it's a really, really well done movie. It looks beautiful. The direction was great. The story was compelling. I mean, I was thoroughly entertained throughout the whole movie. I was really glad that I kept an open mind and tried to give Rian Johnson a chance, even though I didn't like The Last Jedi. Completely different type of movie here. And this is a type of movie where Rian Johnson shines. And, he wrote and directed this movie. This is his thing. So he made a movie that he understands. And I think that it really shows. I think the movie was fantastic. Pacing was fantastic. It kept me involved. The characters were great. The acting was fantastic. The costumes, the set designs, and I really had no idea how the story was going to end up. I mean, I really was guessing through the whole thing. I was curious. It piqued my curiosity, which if I get engaged in a movie that much, then I'm in. I'm definitely going to enjoy it. So I was not surprised that Rotten Tomatoes scores have been really high for this, in the 90s for both. 97% critic score, which I think it deserves. I think this is a very tight, well put together movie. And then the audience score is 92% as well, and I would say it definitely deserves it. Rian Johnson, I think, is a talented dude who can make good films when he has control over his own ideas and own things. I think he doesn't really belong in the Star Wars universe, unfortunately. And I thought, my thoughts on Rian Johnson before Star Wars was that, Looper was okay. And I thought, he did a great job on the Breaking Bad episodes, but I don't really judge film directors by a couple TV episodes they do. But, Rian Johnson did The Last Jedi. That was I think he kind of took a big hit for that. I think his career didn't take a big hit. I think his the opinion of Star Wars fans and maybe movie fans was tarnished a bit by that, or maybe a lot by that. So this movie could go a long way into rehabbing his sort of image a little bit, because his name, when you hear the name Rian Johnson, you automatically go to that Last Jedi, and I know there's Last Jedi fans out there, and that's great, but there's also the fervent Star Wars fans that really hated that movie. So it's over. It's done with. The opinions are all out there. It's beating a dead horse at this point. So honestly, I really think that even if you don't like The Last Jedi and you hate Rian Johnson for what he did to Star Wars characters and stuff, still give this movie a chance. Watch it. It's a good movie. It deserves high praise for. You can tell that a lot of love and passion went into this, and it's a very strong movie. It's a very strong movie, and it deserves all the high praise it gets. Honestly, I really enjoyed it a lot. It's definitely going to be a 9.5 out of 10 for me, or even I don't know what you call it, an A. He did a great job. He did a really good job. I highly recommend this movie, and that's pretty much it. I just want to throw in a quick review here for you guys. And we're about to hit 800 subs. We're just right at like 797 or something. We're almost there. So subs are rolling in. It's going really great. I really appreciate that, guys, so much. I've been putting a lot of work into the channel, and the fact that you guys are out there listening and appreciate the content means a lot to me. And that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. But as always, stay awesome. Stay R-rated. Cheers. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We've got a lot of great content coming for you this year. We've got reviews for movies, comics, and more. And of course, we will always have fan commentaries for the movies you love. Lots of talk about horror and just mainstream pop culture in general. And probably some Star Wars stuff leading up to Rise of Skywalker. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. And become a fan of the channel. Let's hear what you want to see. Leave a comment below, and just let me know what you think. Alright guys, talk to you later.